Alrighty then, we're back with Dracula 3, Path of the Dragon. I did hop on over to Universal Hint System, which if you're unfamiliar, it's a website with partial hints to puzzles for old adventure games, which is a wonderful idea, and I appreciate them. Um, and I happened to, and I had to like find a solution to one of the puzzles here, and I have to say I really don't like the puzzles in this game. They are really bad, really bad. The previous Dracula had much better puzzles than this, although I do really like how proud they are of the puzzles in this game. Um, so where is Juksta? Looking for this. Okay. So the solution, the first thing we have to do is we have to open this strong box right next to us. It apparently has hints for the rest of it. And last time it had the password of MD which is so M is 1,000. So MD is 1,500, and then 1,800, then XX is 20. So previously, last time on Dracula 3, this thing's code was set to 1820. And I recognized that last time when we were here. I was like, oh, that's like, I can figure that out later. But even knowing that it's 1820, that's not really a hint. You're supposed to just go off of that knowledge alone, that this used to say 1820, to suggest that the murderer would reprogram this lock to, instead of being 1820, to being 1913. Oh, that is terrible. Like, why would the murderer do that? Like, what? Just because a number appears somewhere else. Oh, I do not like that. I do not like that at all. Anyway, the first. So how does this work? So we change it from CCC to CD to make it 1900, and then to get 1913, we do X, and then oh no, we do IX. No, wait. Isn't it 13XIII? I don't have the space for that. Hold on. MCM. How does this work? I mean, 1914 is MCM. Let's just copy this. MCMXIV. I'm not like a Roman numerals person. I don't think anyone is. But I mean, I can count to like, 40 or whatever, but MCM, what is it? I don't really understand the pattern past that. XIV. So it is XIII. But like, why on earth would the murderer choose this particular code for this thing? Makes no sense whatsoever. And why would we expect that? I suppose we would have to assume that she's the one who chose the new code, but why would she? The cylinder. Irina put it in the strong box. Okay. So we have the cylinder now. I guess we have to go back to put it in our thing. No time to leave. What? I didn't forget anything. She doesn't have... Okay. It appears this was not Hold on, we're gonna have to look at it again. I mean, universal hint system. Where are you? Okay. Still, I really don't like that puzzle. Okay. All right, another hint. It says after you get the wax cylinder, enter the library area and pan around to find another thing to open. Yep. Okay. We find the lockbox. You'll see that it has a 5-digit combo. The fancy colorful page above the lock has the combination hidden within its text. Yeah, I expected that. All things I expected. Click on the page to get English translation. Yep, I did that. Notice that it mentions green truth. Yep, red in a circle. Yep, I got that. Looking the page over, you'll see that several of the letters on it are green. In fact, 20 of them, not just 5. That's where the circle part comes in. Apparently, the 5 letters you want are all touching on the same invisible circle. Oh my god. The same invisible circle. Do you even hear this hint? Where's the box? Give me the stupid box. All touching on the same invisible circle. All touching on the same invisible circle. Oh my god. Are we serious here? This I, E, and A, and this O could be on the same circle. Maybe the A? And then, like, what is it? The F? F-I-E-A-O-A? Oh, this is terrible. This is trash. There are multiple I could expect, like E-I-I-T-N-G. The next generation. That could be a circle. I can't even solve this, and I know the solution. What? F-A-O-E-T... Fiteua... Oh, this puzzle is terrible. Is this... What am I... Oh... No, I don't think these 3 can be part of a circle, unless it's a really small circle. Oh, this puzzle really... This is a bad puzzle even when you know the solution. Okay. Maybe these 3 could be in a circle. How big is this circle? Maybe these 4 could be in a circle. In which case there's one more letter. These are all vowels, though. This is not a word. Holy crap. So like gay where the oh my god, this is I have to go back. Cause I can't I can find multiple circles and none of them seem to spell any words because it's a freaking Latin word. I don't know Latin. I have no idea of knowing if you know IITNG is a word or FIIEAOA. This is trash. This is a trash puzzle. This game keeps inventing terrible puzzles. Oh my god! Just let me out. Give me Give me another hint. You can imagine various circles on the page to see what you have come up with, or you can actually find a way to make circles on the page. What? Are you serious? Oh my god. This game. This game. This game. So they give you tools so that you can put pins on, and then they give you thread so you can do this. And wrap it and do that. You see what I'm saying? Now I can draw circles. Are you serious right now? Give me this. Put it right here-ish. Okay, I guess not. There is no way in a million years I would have ever thought to do this. Because this is the puzzle of an insane person. If I can't find it even with this stupid thing. Here-ish. No, I need to be closer to it. Here-ish. And that hits 4 letters. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh wait, I think I see it. Maybe. Here-ish. FBVAA. No, that's not right. This is trash. Oh my god. This is a garbage puzzle. But it's so bold. Like, are we... It needed to be telegraphed so hard. They needed to put a thumbtack on this thing. That's what they needed to do. Let's imagine... Here... Okay. That hits 5. GL glowy. I mean the O, the E, going like here's the O, here's the E, here's another E, here's a G, here's an L. That is 5 letters. And I realized it's slightly off, but if I just slide the whole thing to the right slightly, I would hit all 5. That doesn't really spell a word, though. Loig. Gloig. Glog. Williglog. Megadoga. Hockey puck. There are probably a lot of circles I can draw here. I mean, we might as well try it. I have no idea. It's got to be a word. Because otherwise I would have no idea which letter to put in first. Let's try a smaller circle right here. Because this has some vowels and consonants, right? Here-ish. With some slight adjustments, I could see this being E-I T-N-G. Oh yeah, we already knew about that one. Yeah, there's no way that could be a word. This is trash. This is the most painful thing I've ever seen. Okay, let's right here. No, it's not right. A little lower. Put it on the F. A little lower to the right-ish, there-ish. Let's try this. Go to the F. Slightly further. Oh, I feel like it's gonna be like right here. Draw me a circle, please. So that's like F-I-E-O-A. That also does not look like a word. This is insane. I'm gonna have to... I can't even solve this with the tools. This is insane. I have to look it up. What the hell is this puzzle? It's some Latin word. Okay. I know the letters. Let me put the circle in the correct place. Okay. So one of the letters is this V. And then there's an I, and then an R. What? What? There's only one R right here, and only one I right here. Or V, I mean. Right? This is insane. So this is the circle they wanted us to draw, I believe. VI, no, it's a little bigger than that. Okay, I'll move it slightly leftish, right there-ish. That's the one they wanted us to draw. And that is insane. Oh my god, there were so many circles here. They needed to reduce the number of circles by like half. Oh my god. Wait, there's a tiny hole. I thought that was a period, I thought that was the period at the end of the sentence, but that's actually a tiny hole. Oh, make it go away. Just make it go away. Make it go away. Just get me out of here, please. What? astonishing piece. It depicts the sacrifice of Iphigenia. That's clear, but in a bloody version I'm not familiar with. According to Euripides, divine intervention saved the maiden. Looks like she got stabbed to death here. Is that text? Oh, this is like letting the pig, right? Iphigenia. H. Iphigenia. The god's altars are overflowing with blood, black and boiling. It flows on the ground and soaks the roots of the oak tree. How does this help us? How does this help us? Can I leave now? Is that it? Okay. Is that just an entirely unrelated puzzle? H. Iphigenia. The four leaves. Yeah, okay. Hold on. So if I go to acquisition, this one, four leaves. Yeah, the letting of the boar thing. To the Dark Lord, throbbing life. Okay, so this is related to the sixth thing. So I have to someone has to be sacrificed. In this case, Iphigenia was sacrificed. So this stuff I can do. I can be like, hey, look, this is referential. What I can't do is draw circles around green letters that have other circles that can be drawn around other green letters to spell a Latin word that nobody uses in English. Black and boiling, it flows on the ground and soaks the roots of the oak tree. Four leaves, yes. This is just like letting when they're cutting up the bowl. Iphigenia. Okay. This doesn't help me with anything else, though. I don't even know what else I'm trying to do here. But this is apparently not everything. Is there an I section? Vespertito, Kajam, Rotanev, Greedy, Purse, Pollux, Garmon, Gaunfar, Sheliak, Subra, Inkle, E. Clark. No, we skipped over the P's. Izar. Okay. Well, let's look at another hint, because I still have no idea what to do with any of the puzzles in this area. Alright, so the other thing we have to do is find the books we need to find. She told us yeah, that she wants us to this is the thing on our hand. Okay, each book is labeled with letters A through X. That's four different types. That's four different types of label. Okay, let me give this a try. I think that's enough of a hint that I can guess as to what to do next. Okay, so her hand. We actually do need to know the text here. I do not know. He'll, eventually, he'll repeat the actual thing. None of these, none of his feedback is important. It's only this one that matters. Arna sunt inde mala. Arma sunt inde mala. And by the way, this is also a terrible puzzle. I'm pretty sure, because my character's feedback is completely misaligned with what our goal is. But what we're looking for is a top label with Arma in it. Maybe not. Or one of these words in it at least, I think. Memento Mori? Neil Adamari? Never mind. I have no idea. Arma sunt indie. This isn't right. I thought it might be just based off of first letter. So like the thing outside, if I turn it right around, this started with an A. Let's try to solve this one without solving it. So we at least can say we accomplished something on our own. So what the hint said was that the four words in the thing she wrote down are each keys to categories. Like to find like there's what is there, 5 halls? Yeah, there's 5 halls, and then inside of the 5 halls there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. Then inside of each shelf there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves, and then inside of that there is the thing here. So that's 4 categories. So we need to figure out which of these belongs with Arma. Arma sunt indemala. Arma? This can't be right because these are all P's. Nothing here starts with a P. Maybe it's in reverse order or some such gibberish. Like the M is what we're looking for. M. Memento Mori. It can't be because there are multiple N's. Indemana. One of these words has got to be common. This is insane. Where are the eyes? Let's just find those. I think I even looked for a shelf that had mala on it. And there isn't one. Let's find the eyes. Putulum. Okay, here's the eyes. Isis, Izar. How is this possible? That I am going to fail to solve 3 puzzles in a row. Oh my god, please. Okay. We're we're tapping out. I'm gonna give me another hint. If you reopen the 3 books that are still on the professor's desk, you'll see that each one has a white tab inserted in it with 4 letters on it. IIB. Start by assuming that the first letter tells which alcove the book goes to. What? Are you serious? This is insane. Oh my god. No, we're skipping this. We are skipping this. We might skip this game, to be honest. Oh my god. I hope my frustration is reaching you. Here's how it works. Arma. So we're going to take the first letter of Arma and associate it with the last letter in this thing. So this ends with an S. This ends with an I. This ends with an I. This ends with an A. And an M. So first letter of Arma of the 4-letter thing goes to the last letter in this. Then, so first letter in this, Sunt, is the last letter in this, I believe. Of these things. Estolor. So it's this one. And then Indy, I, and then so we're looking for the one that ends in an I. Wait, did I do it wrong? Second letter is the last letter of the phrase. The second letter is the last letter. Okay. I see. Okay. All right. All right. Let me bring up. So each of the 4 words. Arma is referring to one of the books I need. So Arma. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Let me step back out again. So it is the first to last thing. So Arma A goes to the. Where's the star one? This one. And then R in Arma is referring to the last letter. Which one of these ends in an R? This one does. And then M, which of these ends in an M? This one does. And then A. It's an empty space. That's one of the books we needed, though. Okay. Let's do it with Sunt. Isn't this not the most insane system ever? So Sunt, it's based off of the last letter in the phrase here. This is insane. N, and then T. Runic inscriptions, collected and translated by Professor Lennart Svensson, Professor Emeritus in the University of Oslo. I might just quit this game after this, to be honest. A124, inscription on the Word of Blood, Hordelin, 12th century. The inscription called Wood of Blood possesses a number of remarkable characteristics. First of all, its base is a piece of red bark which has traveled through centuries without any noticeable alteration. Regarding the extraordinary conservation, as for the text itself, it has confounded numerous reports. It is a list of about 40 kennings often used in the skald poetry. These metaphors follow each other without any apparent logic. Some have suggested that it is an exercise in classification for the skald apprentices. That would explain the introductory formula in the form of a challenge that the lover of Norse antiquity will take pleasure in accepting. However, the poetic exercise thesis was criticized by Schneider, who preferred to see in the Wood of Blood inscription on a key to a journey of initiation. Each thing is named more than once, sometimes twice, others 4, 3 for the most remarkable. Will you be able to bring together equal and similar? What? So we got like a puzzle here? Each thing is named more than once, sometimes twice, others 4, 3 for the most remarkable. Will you be able to bring together the equal and the similar? The coat of a bird of battle. Can I drag these over here? Okay. So I'm supposed to be grouping things. I see. Okay, the force of a bow. So this is like a symbol of strength, I guess? Put this with it. Halo the Sword Storm. And there's the symbol of like war or something. Sweat of the Sword. Okay, let's find the rest of these things. This might be something we can do later. Alright, and then Indy. It's here. Who... I can't believe people figured this out on their own. That the letters, the words that Boxout gave you are referring to the letters in the final letters in these categories. N, like this ends in an N. See, N. That means that Indy is referring to this. We go down to the one that ends in a D. None of them end in a D. What? Did I do something wrong? Mori? Oh, the two of them end in I, that's right. The clue did say that. I was like, what? Ends in an N. Ends in a D. Then E. The bondswoman whom Achilles and Patroclus had taken captive screamed aloud for grief. Okay. And then the last one, Mala. It's this one here. Ends in an A. Ends in an L. Ends in an A. Yes, I've seen this. So the one we actually found an actual copy, and it was modified to have her bleeding, and it had fewer leaves on top. Yeah, it all makes sense. Yep. Okay. Can we leave now? Because the fourth book was actually just missing. Yes, we can. Okay. Holy crap, we're done. Oh. Those were the worst puzzles I think I've ever played. Like, ever. What is that nonsense? I need to take a break from this game. Just, like, breathe. Holy crap. All three of those puzzles were terrible. Oh, I need to breathe. I need to take a break. I need to walk away and not think about this game for a bit. I'll see you all in the next one.